Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Arviz. I have received this material while I was going to the virtual workshop, and it was on the district level, so that this is that material. Um, let's know what are the Gagne's 9 event. What is Gagne's model? So that here, Robert Gagne was an American psychologist. He was pioneered an instructor during the World War II regarding the science purposes. He wrote a book, and in the book, he identified the mental conditions necessary for the effective learnings. And the book's name was Condition of Learning and Identified Mental Conditions Necessary for the Effective Learnings. Right. So, he argued on the hierarchical natures of learning also, and created a 9-step process that detailed each element required for the effective learning. So that in this regard, in the COVID-19, this Robert Gagne's model will help us to teach our students online through the online platform, right? Here we have 9 event, and in the 9 event we have 3 points: engagement, delivery, assessment. In the engagement, the 3 important point is very important. First, gain attention. While you're gonna do anything, you have to gain the attention, right? For example, which kind of topic is more trending on the YouTube? When you choose the trending topics, you gain the attention of the students, right? Number 2 here, informing learners of objective. While you're gonna choose the topics, you're gonna attract the students' attention, then you have to inform your students about the particular objective, that particular topic. And third is stimulate prior learning. Here we have to stimulate, we have to extract the prior learning of the student in the engagement. So here, what is engagement? Engagement means to engage the student in a particularly or in a particular way to gain the knowledge, right? Delivery. In the delivery phase, we have here present content. So what is delivery? Delivery means to give your knowledge to other. This is called the delivery. What is in the delivery? You have to present the content, but you have to present the concrete content. When you're gonna present the concrete content to the students, then the student achieve it, and there would be no difficulty for the student to achieve it. He would never question you. He would never ask you the negative question. He will never ask you anything which would hurt you, right? So after that, provide guidance. Before presenting the content, there is also the guidance. But here, according to the Gagne's model, it tells us that before guiding the students, you just have to present the content. Present means to show that this topic we're gonna today teach, or I gonna teach, or we gonna learn, right? Here, after that, you have to provide the guidance. How can we learn this? This is means guidance. Other is elicit performance. Elicit performance here means lucid performance. Lucid performance means here transparent performance, the performance which the student see you doing, and the student will act upon it particularly, and then they will also perform that particular activity, so that the achievement of knowledge would be easily for them. This is the third point, and in the third point we have the third important features, that is assessment. So if you remember, in the assessment we have discussed in the first model there was evaluation, and evaluation, there we discussed the two types of evaluation. One was summative evaluation and other was formative evaluation. Summative evaluation is done at the end of the session, and formative evaluation is done during the session. So that here in the assessment we have provide the feedback. We have to provide the feedback to the students. Anybody would here, feedback means to tell them that anybody is here suggesting anything, anybody wanna ask any question, right? So feedback means to give them the chance to ask the question, right? And this would be also very important for them. And after that, access performance. Access performance means to give them the access, to give them the platform to perform their activity on the particular topic, right? Enhance their retention. When you do that and you give them the chance, and after giving them the chance, it would be the positive result, and by those positivity they can enhance their retention, right? Let's move forward. Here, gain attention means capture the attention of the learners through some kind of stimuli, a thought provoking question, a video, a mangling activity. So here question is, sir, we are not in a class, so how can we gain the attention of the student? Here you can also ask me the question, sir, on the YouTube, is there any possibility to gain the attention of the student? Yes. For example, you're gonna say in Urdu, right? Or in Hindi, or in Kashmiri, in which medium you're gonna teach them. वीडियो बहुत अच्छी है और आपको आज मजा आने वाला है. From this you can gain the attention, or student will hear feel that what would be the better in the video, how can we enjoy the video, how can we enjoy the video lecture. And here the next point is informing the learner of the learners of objective. Inform the learners about the objectives of the session. It also helps the learners to initiate the lesson. It sets a goal which participant is accepted or expected to work toward. Here we have to inform the main objective of the session, and this objective or this objectivity will help the learners to make the internal process, and to make the expectation, and to make the process of motivation. And after that it will also help learner to complete the lesson without making any bored or without being bored, right? So it set a goal which is expected to work in to do the work, right? After is stimulate the prior knowledge, right? Here Here, stimulate the prior knowledge means to create the previous knowledge. Stimulate means create, or stimulation means here creation. Here it says association or associating new information with the prior knowledge can facilitate the learner's process, relate the new learning material to something that learner is already familiar with, provide a foundation to build on. Here I have also discussed the same point in the first model, that is ADDIE model. And in the ADDIE model says that when you gonna extract the previous knowledge from the mind of the student, then there you need to facilitate the positive concept. And after facilitating the positive concept on the mind of the student, it is possible for you to extract the knowledge, prior knowledge, and you have to see it that the prior knowledge will help the students in the upcoming future or not. The same thing here, it says that the prior knowledge would be associated with the new information, right? And that information would facilitate the learning process, and that would be related to the new learning material to do something that learner is already familiar with, or to provide a foundation to build a consolidated knowledge for the future, right? So that in the Gagne's learning, that is delivery, so here we have 3 more points to discuss in details, as we have already discussed them, but here we're gonna discuss them in a detail. That is the event of instruction where the new content is presented. Here present the stimulus or content. Here it says this event of instruction is where the new content is presented to the learner. Content should be chucked and organized meaningfully, typically explained and demonstrated through the learner's centric approach. Here it says that instruction, it is the instruction here which help to present the content in front of the student, and the content should be organized or well organized in a well mannered, and there should be the meaningful thoughts in that particular content, and those would explain or typically explain the concept more particularly and demonstrate the centric approach or the best theme of that particular topic or the content, right? Here the next point is provide the guidance. For a long term, it says, for a long term storage, additional guidance should be provided. Provide the different examples that will appeal to different learners and to different learning styles. Here it says that provide the learner guidance means to provide the guidance, additional guidance, and those additional guidance should be provided to the students, and it will help to learn in a different learning style, right? Here eliciting performance. Here it says in this point that learner is required to practice new skill, knowledge, or behavior. Eliciting performance provides an opportunity for learners to confirm their correct understanding, and the repetition further increase the likelihood of retention. Here elicit performance means to provide the practical process of carrying the skills, knowledge, and to making the practical behavior, right? Elicit performance provide the opportunity to the learners to confirm their correct understanding and to get them in a repeated manner to increase the likelihood of retention, right? So that the next is here Gagne's event of learning assessment. In the assessment, as I have discussed in the first model, which would be there in the here in the description, so that you can also um, um, go through that link to that first model. Here, providing the feedback. What is mean of providing feedback here? See, it says here, provide specific and immediate feedback to the learner on their performance while practicing the new behavior, skill, or knowledge. Here, providing specific immediate feedback to the learner means to give them the chance to ask the questions while practicing the new behavior or skill or knowledge, right? Here, assessing the performance. Assessing the performance means whether the learner have achieved the object or objectivity or the objectives of the session. A common misconception is that an assessment needs to take the form of conventional test, paper, online. However, an assessed role play could also save an assessment. Here, assessment means to give the access, to give, sorry, it is assessing performance. Here, assessing performance means to give the platform to the students where the students achieve the objective of the session, where the student uh, you know remove misconceptions, where the student check their conventionally, where the student check their online, right? Here, the enhancing retentions and transfer. Given the learner resources that enhance the retention and transfer of knowledge so that they are able to internalize the new knowledge and enhance his or her expertise. Here it says that the learner's resource that enhance the retention and transfer the knowledge, it would help them to become more consolidated, and it would also help them to internalize the new knowledge and enhance his skills and to become the expert in acquiring the knowledge or grabbing the knowledge. So here, what are the benefits of the knowledge? Of this model. Here, Gagne's 9-level of learning model gives the trainers and educators a checklist to use before they engage in teaching or training activities. Here, it gives us the checklist. It gives us how can we check the the content. And here, the next point it says, each step highlight a form of communication that aids the learner process. When the step is completed in turns, learners are much more likely to be engaged and to retain the information or skills that are being taught. And this model helps a facilitator how to structure session offline and online so that learner get best possible learning experience. This model, as we have here read it out, help a facilitator how to structure session offline and online so that learner get the best possible learning experience. Thank you for being the part of this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe the channel and share this video with your friend.